How's it going, everybody? Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Justin Rapoli,
Hey, I'm George Gaston.
and yeah, we're gonna talk about Game of Thrones.
Yeah, some Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. One of my all-time favorite shows for sure.
Yeah, it's definitely up in the top 5 for me.
Oh, for sure, yeah. But it's been this great show, and it ran from like 2013, something like that.
It was like 8 seasons, right?
Yeah, 8 seasons.
Yeah, so I guess 8. No, because the last season, it was like 10 years. Yeah, it was like 10 years.
10 years, yeah. Show ran for 10 years, and a lot of people are just really unhappy with the ending of it. that series finale kind of, I knew it was a pretty big disappointment for me. I don't know about you. What do you think about that?
I honestly might have to disagree. I think a lot of people didn't like it. I think there were certain ways that things could have been different, but I think overall the way it ended didn't disappoint me as much as the specific things that characters did in order to get to that ending.
That's fair enough. Yeah. I mean, like, I agree with you there. The people that we interviewed are gonna like touch a little bit more on that and why they were kind of dissatisfied with that. But like the way that it ended, I'm kind of like what you were saying. I wasn't too upset about that, but just they just messed with people's character arcs and everything. I just wasn't a huge fan of all that.
I agree. Yeah, the character arcs were definitely the characters made the show, I thought.
Oh, for sure.
I think they abandoned some of the qualities that some of the characters had kind of towards the end of there. But well, while we're talking about characters, who is your favorite character in the show?
Ooh, that's a good question. So I'm gonna have to go Arya Stark.
A girl is Arya Stark of Winterfell.
Honestly, dude, her character progression was just incredible. She went from this like quite literally a damsel in distress. So, she went off on her own out of fear and everything, and then her entire arc in the show was all about just like her development and growth, her rises and her downfalls and everything. And she turned into this just totally badass chick. I was so into that. That was really fucking cool.
Yeah, no, she was super badass. Just watching her kind of travel the world and figure out who she wanted to be.
Yeah.
And even by the end of the show, like, she didn't figure out who she wanted to be.
Where are you going?
What's west of Westeros?
I don't know.
No one knows. It's where all the maps stop. That's where I'm going.
Yeah.
She had so much more planned for herself. The whole like faces thing.
Oh god, yeah.
What are these?
My faces.
Dude, I
I know.
So good.
I would love to see like a spin-off series, like just following her, like the events after everything happened in Westeros.
Yeah,
You know?
and hopefully they don't butcher the ending to that.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yikes.
But yeah, how about you, man? Who's your favorite character?
Shit, maybe Bran.
Oh yeah, he
Bran
was dope as
Stark,
fuck too.
yeah.
The three-eye crow, three-eye raven.
Yeah, just the whole like the story arc with him, with like Hodor and everything
God,
was really
dude.
interesting.
Oh man, I'm gonna get emotional.
Yeah, well, it was such an interesting idea because like so many of the like people who had held power before like Bran finally became king, they held power like over force.
So long as I am your king, treason shall never go unpunished. Sir Ilyn, bring me his head.
Right, and they killed people to do that. But Bran is just like, he's disabled basically, and he can't do that, so he holds power. What the fuck?
Is that in the comment, please?
Yeah, no, I'm never. Where was I?
people are, Bran it doesn't.
Bran, yes,
yeah, there
Bran.
you go.
So yeah, he holds power over his knowledge versus just like sheer like force.
Will you wear the crown?
Why do you think I came all this way?
Oh yeah, no, that's a good way. That's a really interesting way to think about that.
Yeah, and he was always kind of like more of a background character. And we'd like get little hints of him here and there. I always wanted to see more Bran in the show.
Oh yeah, so did I.
And I was really happy when. I guess we can just spoil this, right? Like,
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Game of Thrones by this point, like you're not,
like,
you're either not gonna
what
watch
the
this
fuck
or
are
like,
you doing?
yeah, what are you doing? But yeah, he when he became king, I was very, very relieved and very happy for him.
Yeah, for sure. And so those are our takes on everything. But coming up next, we have Aubrey Gray Watson and Matt Kaiser offering their takes on the show as well. And I don't know about you, but I'm really excited to I guess give their perspective to you guys because they had some pretty cool stuff. So yeah.
Sweet. Thanks for checking in.
Yeah.
God damn it, Aria. You could have saved everyone fucking so much trouble. My name is Aubrey Gray Watson. I am a, 2020? A whole 2-year fan of Game of Thrones. Wish I could say there I was at the beginning, but I wasn't. So my absolute favorite character is Arya Stark. Wearing people's faces, stabbing them, making them into pie. Damn, is there anything that she can't do?
No.
Multi-talented girl. I will say though, in my top 3, I have what I call my holy trinity of notable Game of Thrones characters, and that is the mother, Brienne of Tarth, the daughter, Arya Stark, and the Holy Ghost, Daenerys Targaryen, rest in peace. Hashtag spoilers. Fans who are watching, she doesn't make it. Sad, but yep, those are my top characters. Oh. So Brienne, I gotta start with my big girl. Muscle Lady Go Smash. Oh my god, I love Brienne of Tarth so much. She was just such an antithesis to what the other characters in the series, or at least what a lot of the female cast in the series, were presented as, where there was obviously a lot of traditional femininity represented by Cersei, Sansa, even Daenerys. I think Brienne really kind of brought to attention that femininity isn't something present in the way you express yourself, but in something that you are. And I just love me a strong female character. As far as Arya, oh my god, Arya's just a badass. Oh my god, she's just so good. I will never forget when she came for, oh my lord, I can't remember the name of the family, not that it matters because she fucking killed every single one of them. When she came in and she wore the face of this patriarch figure of this family who literally, almost killed her entire family. And she's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna wear his face and be him. I'm gonna invite the whole family to dinner and I'm gonna poison all of you and kill every single one of you. And that one quotable line, let the I can't even remember the name of the family. She's like, winter came to the north. I don't know. Anywho, she's just badass. And Daenerys, dragons.
Dracarys.
I don't think I really need to say anything more than that. Season 8, episode 7 and 8 specifically, they don't exist. Those final 2 episodes of the final season, they don't exist.
No.
The show ended at season 6, and then there's actually a good final piece that's been done by George R.R. Martin.
You don't get to kill you. Only I get to kill you.
Not really, I wish I could say that. Season 8 fucking broke me. I was so sad.
Come on, you fucker.
Yeah, season 8 was a disappointment. I love Daenerys so much. I think if you're going to talk about season 8, you really should just get it out of the way and talk about what the fuck they did to Daenerys. Daenerys was a badass. Daenerys was a awesome, independent, single woman. And then fucking Jon Snow happened. Keep it in your pants, man. She could have been so powerful and so good. And honestly, even if she had kind of like vibed out with that Mad Queen, the Mad Targaryen vibe, I wouldn't have been mad. I wouldn't have. She could have burned that whole damn city to the ground, and that's fine. As long as she's in charge of that burning pile of ash, that's all that matters. But no, they killed her. They killed her, and I'm fucking mad, so mad, because she was supposed to represent like this very submissive creature, like as of season 1, and then she becomes this, over the seasons, she is this developing, blossoming woman who really finds a voice for herself and really associates well with minorities, and then all of a sudden just fucking falls off the deep end. I'm like, what did you all just do? What did you just do? So that was disappointing. And then they basically did the same thing to Brienne. Because she was like, oh, Jaime, I love you. Oh. And then she lost her virginity to him, and then he fucking left because he's an asshole. And I'm like, Brienne, you don't cry over men. You kill them. You crush them with your incredible thighs. What the fuck? Why did they hurt you like that? I don't know. Season 8 was just a bummer. You're allowed to watch up to season 8, episode 6, and you make up the rest in your mind.
My name is Matt Kaiser, and I think I started watching Game of Thrones in summer of 2018.
There you go.
So for Tormund and the Hound, I just think that they're really funny characters. I think that they have some of the funniest lines in the show, and they're a good comedic relief.
You never used to shut up, now you just sit.
And then as for Jaime Lannister, I really like his progression over the series, except for the finale, but I guess we'll get to that later. Because Jaime starts off as, he's a huge dick in the beginning. He pushes Bran off the tower, cripples him.
The things I do for love.
But then over the course of the series, we kind of see him change his state of mind up until the finale, but we'll talk about that.
We were at war. Everything I did for my house and my family. I'd do it all again.
So I've been a fan of fantasy for pretty much my entire life. I played World of Warcraft as a kid, so I've always loved the whole magic and fantasy setting. And I actually started I started reading the books first before I watched the show. After I read the books, and that is what drew me to the show. And then I remember over the summer of 2018, I just spent that whole summer watching the show. I remember there was one day where I was off of work, and I think I watched the entirety of season 7 in one day. I could talk all evening about what was wrong with the final season. I mean, there's just, where do I begin? I mean, there's just, like I said, Jaime, his character progression over the course of the series, you see him have a change of heart over the course of the series, but then at the end, he just runs back to Cersei, and all that character development goes down the drain. And then, of course, with Daenerys, you got her all of a sudden going mad and then dying. And then you got the editing mistakes. Like if you remember, there was the Starbucks coffee cup in one of the shots, and there was a water bottle in one of the other shots, just to show you that they really didn't put the effort into the season that they needed to.
All right, there you have it, guys. You got two really like unique perspectives from Aubrey and Matt. So big shout out to those guys for helping us out here. And yeah, any last things you want to say to the audience before we dip out?
Winter's coming, and the North remembers.
What he said. I can't think of any other quips or anything like that.
I can't either.
Oh, I guess you could say I know. I guess you could say I know nothing.
Ooh,
Jon Snow. That was cringy. We'll cut that out.
No, I'm gonna leave it in.
Fuck you, man.
All right, bye.